There's a particular village in northern Nigeria that the Fulani attacked. A man came, it's around the plateau, and the man built a ranch and started rearing cows. The Fulani attacked that man's ranch. There were gunshots. People in that area will hear gunshots. They cannot sleep in the night because of the clash between the Fulani and this man. Gunshots. What was happening? The Fulani wanted to steal his cows and give him sleepless nights. Then the people of that community told the man, please, you cannot stay here because your ranching you are creating, your presence is attracting insecurity. Like I told you, anywhere the Fulani goes, you see insecurity. Your presence is attracting insecurity. So what happened was that the man left the place and the Fulani stopped the attacks. Now, look at what happened. The Fulani wants to monopolize this their cow. They want to say, now them get that market. They don't want ranching. This ranching that the Tinubu administration has proposed. He brought in Jega and created a ministry of livestock. And yet the Fulani don't want the ranching because they have an agenda. They have an agenda to move from one place to another, sample your land, and in due time, carry out their jihad. I repeat, they have an agenda to move from one place to another. They don't want ranching. That's why this man, they intentionally look for his trouble. Now, in that process now, you see that if they kill a Fulani, somebody will come out and tell us that they are killing Fulanis now. The Fulani usually will be the first person to cause trouble or set you up for trouble. I saw a video of an old woman telling a Fulani to take his cows to leave her farmland. The cows were eating her crops. Look at this critically. Somebody has his own ancestral land. He or she decides to go and farm on it. All of a sudden, he sees somebody intruding his farm, which would be the Fulani, and always majorly the Fulani. What do you categorize that person as? The person is looking for trouble. Now, the Fulani would intentionally carry their cows into somebody's farm. That cow will start destroying the crops of that person. And somebody will come and tell us that the Fulani are being persecuted or the Fulani are being killed. I saw somebody on social media. You see, now they are killing the Fulani. Now they are killing Muslims. Nobody will say. Now, this example of this woman now, she is on her own. Somebody took a cow into her farmland to destroy her crops. Somebody will you know what it takes to farm, these old people. You know what it takes, the sacrifice. Then somebody will come and destroy the crops and you expect her to do nothing. Now, if there's a clash now, the Fulani will go mobilize and start killing people in that region. Now, ranching, Fulani ranching, you people get money. At the end of the day, they are discouraging anything called ranching. There's a particular cleric in northern Nigeria. You see, if northerners wants to really solve the issue of insecurity in their region, they know what to do. The traditional rulers know what to do. The religious leaders know what to do. A particular religious leader came out and said the other time, he spoke in Hausa, he said that these security agencies were telling them not to speak against the Fulani, but instead they should talk at how the Fulani can protect themselves. Listen, Nigerian security agencies, the people that were so professional to suggest that you should rehabilitate Boko Haram, is telling the northern clerics that they should not canvass for stopping of the Fulani. They should canvass for how Fulani can protect themselves, how they can give Fulani guns. That is why you see a lot of terrorists, people call it bandits. Me, I prefer to call them that. A lot of terrorists, they are in northern Nigeria. You see them, they'll drive back, enter a territory, Nigerian territory. They'll drive back, enter Nigerian territory, say they won't do peace deal. Or is it ransom taking or peace deal? Because a bandit, a terrorist can never have peace deal. You cannot have a peace deal with a terrorist. These are elite, intelligent, wise elders in northern Nigeria. They have come together, and the best thing they can think is that they can have a peace deal with a terrorist. That's how intelligent they are. That's how smart they are. That's how wise they are. These are the leaders we have in northern Nigeria. The best thing they can think of is that it is possible for you to have peace deal with a terrorist. The minister of the chief of defense staff said that stop having these deals with these terrorists. They can never adhere to any peace deal. I've asked the questions. You know, we see some of these things. That's why we are saying that this one Nigeria is not for us. We are just wasting our time. A terrorist or a bandit or a kidnapper that sustains his life by terrorizing communities. He makes money. He's being sponsored. The reason why he's being sponsored is because for him to terrorize and push an agenda. How did they recruit him? Because there's poverty, there's no job, there's nothing to do. The Nigerian state cannot offer him job. That's why he was in that banditry in the first place. And you as a local government or a chairman or a governor, you are having peace deal with a bandit because of the bandit is holding you ransom. Do you think that after, it's just like when you kidnap somebody, you collect ransom. This peace deal is a way of collecting ransom from a state government. This peace deal is a way of ransom taking from a state government. With all this peace deal, still the attacks still continue because these people, the Nigerian state cannot offer them good opportunities. Which opportunities do you want to offer a bandit that can easily carry gun and enter a place, kidnap somebody, and they within 1 week go to see like 5 million? Which bandit? What opportunity can you give a bandit that will make him stop banditry as a Nigerian official, as a chief, or as a local government chairman, or whoever you are, as a governor in northern Nigeria? If you can answer the question without beating around the bush, then I will know that we have sensible leaders in northern Nigeria. But we don't have. It is clear we don't have sensible leaders in northern Nigeria. Ranch is being offered. There's nothing stopping the Fulani. Most of those people that have those cows, they are in your National Assembly. Most of those people that are doing those cow business, they are in your National Assembly. Nothing stops them from using money, even though let them use constituency money, not their constituency money to buy large area of land and start ranching their farm on it. Look at the Sambisa forest. It's enough for them to park themselves there and start ranching on it. But they will not ranch because it is, you see, I'm tired of some of these people that will come and be speaking BB grammar. I'm tired of you people. Your BB grammar amounts to nothing. They have this money. They will not open ranch. They will not create ranch. Jega, you are in charge of that livestock ministry. Why are they not having ranches? They will not create them because they have an intention. All of them join together. They have an intention on how they can move from one place to another, sample your land. I told some people that some in the southeast, Fulani know the bush parts more than most Igbo people. Fulani that are living in those places, they know that it's a no-go area. Number one, they know how an average city boy cannot stay in the bush, afraid of snakes, afraid of all have you. But the Fulani is typical in the bush. They know that that place is a zone whereby very few people can enter. The forest is a place whereby very few people can enter. They know your bush parts more than you. They are sampling your region, left, right, center. They have those ones that are in the city. They have those ones that are in the bush. Why? And they are the ones, the same people that will come and be selling cows to you in every region. In the southwest, go to Kara, you see them, their cows there. In the southeast, yes, they have a place where you can go and meet them. Their cows are there. And they are the same people that carry their cows into people's farm and destroy. And the government, they cannot checkmate these people. Like I said, Nigeria has a Fulani problem. And until Nigeria decides, like what Tinubu is doing now, uniting southern Nigeria politically, speaking with one voice, not the one that he wants to build his own personal empire, which will crumble at the end of the day. Speak with one voice and enact laws. Now that, see, Southerners and the Middle Belt, lawmakers, senators, Middle Belt, Southerners, lawmakers and senators and some other interested persons should have 2/3 of the House so that we can push bills left, right, center. That's only how you can be able to militarize. If somebody has a good intention, that's the only way you can act like a. See, dictatorship sometimes is very good in this kind of Nigeria we have. You pass your decree Because if somebody has a good intention, and not all regions wants good for the country. Because some people, they are benefiting from the evil. Look at Jonathan. Northern Nigerian leaders were crying. They want to finish also. Jonathan contracted a private security outfit that has a reputation. That's why Northern Nigeria, they started crying, because their business of insecurity, most of their politicians, their business, the insecurity business, Jonathan wants to destroy it. So fighting insecurity in Northern Nigeria seems to be a crime. I repeat, fighting insecurity in Northern Nigeria seems to be a crime. That's why you need to veto some things. If it's a military regime, nobody's going to challenge anybody. So Tinubu is using style to run a military dictatorship. If he has control of 2/3 of the National Assembly, a lot of things can happen. I'm telling you. In Southern Nigeria, almost all Southern Nigeria, they join one block. They join one confraternity. Because that's the only way it can happen. You can start restructuring small. I'm telling you. Because whatever it is, the Fulani is in every system. The same way Yorubas now, they are fixing themselves in every nook and cranny of the government, every left, right, and center. The same way the Fulani, they are in every system. They are monitoring you, they are monitoring the progress. Yes. If you are going to push anything against their own agenda, they will outrightly mobilize and come together and destroy it. They have been calling ranching. What is happening now? Why are they not ranching? You see, most of these reports don't come on social media because agenda don't they cover agenda. Propaganda don't they cover propaganda. Do you know that there's a strike going on since? But because of a certain propaganda, a certain agenda, a certain news report, it shadows everything. People are still being attacked in their farms till today. Just that it does not make the major news headline. It's not in the front page. It might be in the inside page. It's not in major discussions. The discussion we have in Nigeria today, irrespective of the insecurity, people are being killed though. Soldiers are being killed though. It gets to a point whereby it becomes a normal thing. Imagine. Killing becomes a normal thing. What we are discussing now is politics. Politics, decamping, left, right, center. The camp go that side. Some people have even started another discussion. Awolowo and Tinubu, who is greater? This one is a greater politician. That one is a greater administration. The main thing here is that above all things, like I said before, the nations in Nigeria would outlive Nigeria. The nations, we have so many nations in Nigeria, would eventually outlive Nigeria. And the agenda that these nations are pushing should be the things that we need to start discussing from now on. So that these agendas, we understand this agenda, we can find a way of restructuring to keep ourselves safe. Because some people have an agenda to eliminate you, take over your land. They have tried it before and it worked. The Fulani are seeing Yoruba people pledging allegiance to the Fulani Caliphate, like Yoruba people, Oduduwa people, pledging allegiance to a Fulani Caliphate. They have seen it work and they believe that they can replicate it over and over again. Look at Northern Nigeria. They have done it in Northern Nigeria. It's working. They believe that they can implement it all over the country. That's what I'm saying. Tinubu has to restructure this country. If not, all of us are in soup. If the Fulani gets into power, the Fulani are more loyal to their Uthman than Fodio than anybody, than any political party, than any Ashiwaju. So don't think that a Fulani is loyal to Tinubu now. They stoop to conquer. They lay low. They pipe themselves low so that they can be able to have access to grab power. The way Tinubu piped himself low for over the years, was able to pipe low, and the opportunity he saw, he used it and grabbed the power. That is the Fulani. So the realistic thing here is that the Fulani knows what they want. Nigeria don't really know what they want. Southern Nigeria, the Yorubas don't know what they want. Really, they can play the politics of using Nigeria to build the southwest. The southeast have already decided, although their politicians are saying otherwise. The southeast have already decided that this is one Nigeria we are still in. We don't want to be part of it. We want to reorganize and restructure this country. That's what the south is saying. But the Fulani, they want one Nigeria. Anything you want to do, don't tamper, don't cross the boundary of one Nigeria. Because if you cross the boundary of one Nigeria, you have them to contest with. You have these guys to do what? contest with. That is the reality we find ourselves today. The Fulani at various points in time have sabotaged the move to restructure Nigeria. I repeat, the Fulani at various points in time have sabotaged the move to restructure Nigeria. That is why I applaud Tinubu for whatever he's doing. Yes, you appoint Yoruba people, appoint them, use them. Because if you don't do so now, these guys, whatever it is, you see, they insert themselves in every corridor of power, left, right, and center. They put themselves everywhere so that whatever you are doing, they will sabotage it. I'm telling you, they will sabotage it. That is why I've said it. See, Tinubu has to restructure Nigeria. I'm not playing. We are not playing here. Tinubu has to restructure Nigeria. Buhari and co. and Babangida and co. They tried Islamizing the country. They tried Islamizing the country. They tried. See, every attempt, whether it is locally, internationally, you can see that woman that is a secretary at the United Nations. They fix themselves. They everywhere they want to. The same way Tinubu is doing, the same way Fulani has done. How did the Fulani become powerful in Nigeria? It's the same template Tinubu is using. So if you enter there tomorrow as a president, because I'm looking at it, hey, this young man Tinubu, I told you that I don't think that man is a Yoruba man. I've told you before. You people don't know him. Even with what is happening, you don't even know it, Tinubu. If you are not watching this video, with what is happening today, with the things you are seeing today, you still underestimate a Tinubu. You don't know him. You know, it is difficult to beat somebody that has been coming a long way and has been consistent. He knows how to win by hook or by crook, has been consistent. He understands the Nigerian factor. You know, when you are doing factorization, mathematics, the factors, if you understand factorization, you know a particular factor you can use to solve the equation. Tinubu understand the factorization of Nigerian politics. Yes. So you understand. So you have seen the Fulani. He knows their way. Fulani enter here today. The same way you don't allow them in your government. If you enter here today, they don't. Over the years, they have the way they enter communities and create a colony. From a colony, they create a sovereignty inside that colony. There's one place I used to stay at Ishaga. There's a colony of some Northerners. I'm not calling Fulani. Your local government law does not really apply there. They'll tell you that let them handle it. If you catch someone who is stealing, a thief, and that person is a Northerner or a Fulani or Hausa person, what they'll tell you, if you get to that place, they'll tell you that, no, I beg, no worry, no, do this one, no arrest time, no do this one, no do that. We go deal. See, your laws, usually they are not applicable in that their colony. So they are creating a sovereignty out of Nigeria sovereignty. That's why you see bandits can enter anywhere and do anything. Because I don't know what they believe. There's something they believe in. So that colony, your laws, your local government laws does not apply. Their leaders will just come out and address you. And their leaders, you cannot enter inside that place that they have fenced. That they have small village and community. You cannot enter there and start claiming what? If you force yourself, they'll just be looking at you. But within themselves, they're not submitting themselves to your authority. Willingly. They are not submitting willingly. It is their nature. Yes. So that's why you need to see, Tinubu understood these guys. He understood that if I follow the normal Nigerian way, these guys go flop me, go bring me down. The same way they'll come in the community, from there, they start extending themselves. Today, if you have an issue with a Fulani or a Hausa person from northern Nigeria, you see, the Fulani don't pass that kind of mentality to average Hausa person. If you have an issue with a Fulani person in northern Nigeria, it is likely that the Fulani person will leave the station before you. It is likely. It depends on the seriousness of the situation. Under Tinubu now, things might be changing. You know, I see them. Let me not talk this one. This man called Tinubu is playing the politics left, right, center. Police stations, though, you see a Southwesterner. DPO is Southwesterner. In every institution, you see a Southwesterner. Left, right, center, you see he puts Southwesterner. This is just the reality. Everywhere you see them, then they fix them left, right, center. I'm telling you. So if you have issue with a Fulani person or Hausa person, in Lagos, since I've been in Lagos, I've never seen Igbo Yoruba fight, physical fight. I've never seen, but I've seen Hausa and Yoruba fight. And to be sincere, some of the time, the Hausa people have killed the Yoruba person. When they take that person to the station or something happens, there's a reprisal attack. The Hausas will be victorious at the end of the day. Although some things may have happened behind. The Omar Dugbo will have done some things, havoc behind. But you see, the Hausas will still repeat that thing. Like, for instance, an Agbero is collecting money is harassing a bike man. And that bike man, with anger, brings his dagger. Dagger, we say, na juju dey there, hits the Agbero, and Agbero falls down and die. Or what they just do is that they will mark that Agbero, they will mark his face. They just try and know where he used to stay, or where he drinks, or where they can meet him at an odd hour. They'll just drop the guy. When they drop the guy, it will cause outrage. The outrage, they'll now stay Hausa people. They'll now stop. They'll stop the... After that, they'll still come back again. After the attack, it does not stop them from doing what they are doing, because they believe. It's what they believe in. That's what they have done to our politics. They have inserted themselves in our politics. Created a colony. Created a network. This nepotism is there for their body. They ooze for their body. That's what I'm saying. Hey, whatever it is, you need to be very, very careful of this northern-led Fulani. You see Hausa people, as plenty as they are, 50 million people is just controlling them. Hausa is more popular than the Yoruba when it comes to language use. You know how many countries speak Hausa? Yes, you know how many countries speak Hausa? I don't know how many countries that speak Yoruba as a language, as a national language. But yeah, the Fulani found a way to put these people under bondage, put them under their feet. And you think you are here to play with them. You can be doing your Tinubu 2031. Tinubu 2031. Say after 2031, everybody go stop to exist again. After 2031, we go stop to exist again. Is that what you are telling me? The reality is, there's more than 2031. And with that restructuring in Nigeria today, you have a short-lived victory. You are going to rejoice for a short period of time. Let's look at the reality. These guys don't want anything. They want to dominate Nigeria. Like their Uthman Danfodio told us that he's going to dip his sword in the Atlantic Oceans. May God help Nigerians.